Did you know that American cheese isn't really cheese? In order for something to be legally called cheese, 51% of it has to be, well, real cheese. Since American cheese contains less, it has to be known as a pasteurized processed American cheese product. Remember that next time you order a cheeseburger. Sorry, I mean a P.P.A.C.P burger. Know before you go! Number 1. Parmigiano-Reggiano. Parmesan cheese is known all over the world for its strong nutty flavour. What isn't quite as well known is that if you want authentic Parmesan cheese, you have to look for Parmigiano-Reggiano. Inside the EU, the Parmesan name is protected and can only be used for a cheese made in a strict geographic area in Italy and using strictly defined methods. Outside the EU, however, Parmesan can be any cheese inspired by the Italian original. Authentic Parmesan is made from the unpasteurized milk of cows that graze on the grass of the provinces of Reggio, Emilia and Parma and is aged a minimum of 12 months. Grana Padano is a similar cheese to Parmigiano-Reggiano, but it is made in the Lombardy area and the cows aren't exclusively grass-fed. Number 2. Chèvre. Fromage de Chèvre, or cheese from female goat, is possibly one of the best goat's cheeses there is. Fresh chèvre has no rind and is mild and buttery and can also come infused with herbs and spices. As the cheese gets older, it becomes drier and harder and its flavour becomes stronger and tangier. An interesting fact about goat's cheese is that since goat's milk contains less lactic acid than cow's milk or sheep's milk, people who are lactose intolerant often find they can actually enjoy goat's cheese without suffering symptoms. Number 3. Roquefort. Roquefort is one of the most popular blue cheeses in the world and it has an incredibly long history. And although no one really knows when it was first produced, there are claims that the first Roquefort cheese was made nearly 2,000 years ago. But did you know that in order for the cheese to be an authentic Roquefort, it has to be made and aged in the caves of Roquefort, France? And it also has to be made from the milk of the sheep around the Roquefort area. Number 4. Manchego. Manchego cheese must be produced in the La Mancha region in Spain. It must be made from sheep's milk and aged between 30 days and 24 months, and it has a different name and flavour depending on how long it's matured. Semi-curado, aged between 30 days and 3 months, is a firm cheese with a creamy, mild taste. Curado, aged between 3 to 6 months, is a firm cheese with nutty caramel flavour. Viejo, aged between 12 and 24 months, is a hard cheese with a deep and rich flavour. Did you know that the majority of Manchego or Manchego-style cheese in the US isn't really Manchego? It's actually made from cow's milk and is similar to Monterey Jack, which has little or no similarities with the authentic Manchego. If you want the original, look for the label Queso Manchego, a serial number and artwork depicting Don Quixote de la Mancha. Number 5. Feta. Feta is made from sheep's milk or a mixture of sheep's milk and goat's milk, with a maximum proportion of 30% goat's milk. The cheese is made into large blocks and aged in saltwater solution called brine. It's crumbly and slightly grainy with a salty and tangy taste. Within the EU, the name Feta can only be used for cheeses produced in Greece and produced using traditional methods. However, in the US, the name is used for any white brined cheese, no matter how or where it's produced. So be sure to check the origin of the product before you buy. Number 6. Emmental. Mistakenly known as Swiss cheese, this cheese is made from milk from the cows that graze on the Swiss Alps. It has a relatively mild flavour and is great for melting. Over 500,000 tons of Emmental are produced worldwide every year, which would make a cube of cheese 2,430 feet high, almost as tall as the Burj Khalifa. Its characteristic holes are actually made by microscopic particles of hay that fell into the milk when the cows are being milked. These particles cause a weakness in the structure of the curd that allows the gas to form holes. With the modernization of milking procedures, cheeses like Emmental actually have fewer holes than before, and therefore there may come a day when Swiss cheese no longer has its characteristic holes. Number 7. Gruyere. This cheese, like many, is named after the town where it was originally made, Gruyere in Switzerland. It is perhaps one of the most versatile cheeses there is and can be used for cooking, baking, fondue, or just in a sandwich. Its flavour very much depends on the maturity of the cheese, ranging from sweet and salty to nutty and strong. It has also won the title of Best Cheese at the World Cheese Awards 4 times. Number 8. Mozzarella. Authentic fresh mozzarella has a high moisture content and is traditionally served the day after it is made. Although if kept in brine, it can last up to a week. Low moisture mozzarella can be kept in the fridge up to a month, and this is the kind that is most commonly used in the food industry for pizza and pasta. If you're planning to use it in a salad like a caprese salad, you should be using fresh mozzarella. Number 9. Gouda. Gouda cheese isn't called Gouda because it was made in Gouda, Holland, but because it was traded there, and the name refers to any cheese made using the Gouda method, which is at the very least 1,000 years old. It is made from cow's milk and is sweet and creamy with a very mild nutty taste. As it ages, it takes on a fudgy taste, which if aged for over 24 months becomes almost like butterscotch. Number 10. Brie. Brie is a soft cheese made from cow's milk and is only aged from 5 to 6 weeks. If it's left longer, it becomes drier and stronger in taste. It also becomes darker, hence its name Brie Noir or Black Brie. Brie has a mild buttery taste, and so it is often served melted or baked with nuts or fruit. When tasting, you should not remove the rind. It is completely edible and adds to the flavour. Which one are you going to try next, or have you tried them all? Comment below.